Well, hello and welcome people on the internet to Blood Reaver. This is an action roguelike that's more wave-based combat. Honestly, the best way to describe it is probably that it's a dark fantasy Call of Duty Zombies. So, I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. I remember Call of Duty Zombies back from the very first Black Ops? Wasn't it Black Ops? Yeah, I guess it wasn't Black Ops. That's how long it's been since I've played Call of Duty. So that's my frame of reference. But this is kind of a dark fantasy version. So we're going to be, using blood magic as our spells. We're going to be fighting demons. We're going to be getting like crossbows and different like shotgun style weapons, all kind of like the dark fantasy stuff. So if you take a look at the demo information here, and you can pause this and read it, but this was actually a grad project, which I really appreciate when people can turn their like college projects into something bigger. Like, for those of you guys who don't know, when I was in college, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I did the thing that most people do. I went into communications, and for a senior project, I need to have something, and most people had some kind of focus, right? They were doing either, I'm just going to jump in while I talk about this. They were doing either like animation, they were doing graphic design, so they had some kind of focus. I didn't. And so what I ended up doing was doing a bit more of like a Philip DeFranco style news show about pop culture. And so I had to like buy my own camera, learn all about cameras. And for the past 12 years now, my career has been in video. I've been a commercial producer, so you never know exactly what is going to come out of your college education. All right, so we jump in here. The first thing that I grabbed here was a soul stone. The soul stone is basically a revive. You get your first one for free, and then everything after that is going to cost you some essence. And an essence is, well, the 990. I was like, how do I explain this? The 990 next to our profile picture here. That's what we're going to be using to buy stuff. So we're going to have to buy stuff like new weapons. We're going to have to buy new skills. There's our blood magic there. We have like we shoot out little blood daggers. In order to get more blood for our magic, we just have to kill enemies. Our mana pool, if you will, is down in the lower left. Wow, those are a couple of really bad shots there. There we go. Now, I know that the gun that I want to get is down here. So we're going to go ahead and open this door. And that red area right down there is the weapon that I want to get. So before we pick up any armor, because I've kind of figured out that if I buy the armor, I don't have enough to buy the weapon after this wave. So I'm just going to hold off here for a little bit. There we go. Let's actually get some hits here. When we get the shotgun, we don't have to worry so much about aiming. There we go. All right, all right, all right. Now you might ask yourself, where is our health? Because I was asking the same question. Our health is just like Call of Duty, so we're going to have some... There we go. We'll take our gun here. So basically, as we get hit, blood is going to kind of cover the screen. Or like Doom. That's another game that you can kind of compare this to. And then basically it's honestly, it's one of those things that's kind of hard to tell when you're low on HP. I still haven't fully figured out like right when I'm about to die. So I don't know, maybe a more... Ooh, let's go ahead and get around these guys. A more distinct visual change would be helpful for that, because there's been a couple times I didn't think I was close to dying, and then all of a sudden it was like, you're dead. I was like, oh, okay. Didn't realize we were that close to death. Okay, we'll pick up some armor here. And I don't think I have enough to get through here. Oh, I do have enough to get through here. Okay. So I want to come through here because there's another power-up over there that I want to grab that I really like. Now, if we wanted to, we can also spend our essences at some of these wards. Right now, they're all closed off because we're in the middle of rounds. But eventually, these... That's why we're in between rounds, because there's still a demon up. Okay, so we just hit wave 5. Wave numbers are up in the top right corner. But some of these should... Huh, maybe I can't do it? There was a time where I was able to Like this, for example, if I come over here, I think I can, yeah, mend the ward, but it costs some essence. So basically that'll make it so that the demons can't come through those portals. And there may be times you want to do that. I'm not sure. I haven't really hit those times yet. But to be fair, it's been probably close to a decade since I've played. Oh boy, I'm getting a little stuck here. Hang on. God, get away. See, like, this might be close to death, but it's kind of hard to tell. Haven't fully figured out. Actually, what I should probably get right here, so we're going to grab these, so that way we get extra essence and extra blood harvest. Okay, so I want to get this power-up over here, because this power-up would have helped me tremendously in that last wave. So this is a Blood Rang, which is pretty sweet. We literally just throw a Blood Rang and it comes back out, so it pierces enemies. Now, what our goal here is... we are trying to, as far as I know... Hold up. Oh god, needs to reload, Okay, get away. Hang on, hold that thought. Yeah, see, I can just pierce enemies and hit them multiple times. Nice. So, we are trying to complete 3 different rituals in order to open up the door to the area back there. I have not even gotten close to that yet, to be completely honest with you guys. Let's see, so we can grab that. I don't know what Demon Slayer is. We're going to open up this door. There's one of the rituals. So all of the rituals are this like blue color right here. And it basically just spawns a bunch of enemies. They don't give you any rewards as far as I can tell. There is a gun right there, but I'm not a big fan of it. Okay, let's make our way outside here. I'm actually going to save up for the... there's a Mark of the Hunter right there. Ooh, nice. Oh, infinite ammo! Let's go! Okay, so let's pick up our damage here. Alright, and now that we have this mark... Oh, wait, we just ran out of our infinite ammo. So I need to go buy some more. Now, I think this mark that's on us, I believe that it goes away once we die, and then we'd have to repurchase it. One thing I want to be careful of, though... Can I open up this? Oh, I can't open up that. I'm going to open up this first, though. So that way I have an escape path. I got stuck there one time. Like that. So, we learn from our mistakes. Okay, and especially now that we have infinite ammo, I'm definitely going to pop this ritual. Okay, come on guys, let's go. Yep, come on, I don't have time. Gotta get you dead before my power-up goes away. Okay, well, we got to save a bunch of ammo there. Definitely did not need to reload there. Okay. So that's one ritual down. What do we got? This is a completely new zone to me. Never been here before. What do we got up here? We've got Pact of Vitality. That's probably pretty nice. Probably want that. Oh, we got another ritual up here. What is this? To destroy the corrupted heart. Okay, I don't know what that did. Okay, so now I can go get that pact. Oh god! Okay, hang on. We gotta clear this out. Oh, because I am about to die. Why can't I jump off that? I'm not sure why I couldn't jump off the, I couldn't jump off the banner. Like, this right here. There's definitely some weird places that, like, you just can't jump off of, and I don't understand why. Don't know if that's intentional or not. Like, see, I can't go that way. That's super weird. It's a big, giant opening. Why can't I jump off it? Yeah, so unfortunately we lost our damage. So let me go ahead and buy this Pact of Vitality. So basically what I'm going to want to do here, I think, before we do that ritual... Let's reload here. Is save up some money, go buy another soul stone, buy some more ammo because we are almost out. There we go. Okay. Let's run down there. We'll grab another soul stone. How much are they? 25. Ooh, yike. Yuck. Okay, so let's grab the armor. And then we'll go grab some ammo on our weapon here. Oh, what is that? Ammo resupply. Nice. And I'm stuck. So that's kind of been happening. That it's a little frustrating when it happens. Is like when you just can't move. Now I remember that happening a lot in zombie style stuff, but the first one that one was definitely my fault. The first one was not at all. Like the banister there, like you can't make a stage like that and not allow me to jump off it. That's so weird. It's like there was an invisible wall. All right, well, here we go again. Okay, let's open up our first door. Alright, so that pushes us into wave 3. Now, once this wave is done, we should be able to buy our gun. And there's this one, which, yeah, Chaos Slicer I wasn't a big fan of. Although, maybe we should just buy that to try it out. I think it's actually what we already have, though, to be fair. I do want to get my gun, though. Gun is my first priority. Because it can one-shot, as opposed to the crossbow. Divine Smite. Ooh, so we just got a whole bunch of... I wonder if it just killed off the rest of them, and that's why I got a bunch of essence there. Actually, let's go pick up our armor. Got anyone else here? We're not pressing into another wave, so there must be a new enemy. Do I need to go that way? I might not even need to go that way. If I'm not going to get the Blood Ring. Because if I can just pick up this. Chaos Slicer. Oh! I have... Okay, so I must have thought that I picked it up, and then I just didn't. Because this is definitely new. And I actually like it a lot. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be as good as clearing out, like, hordes of enemies. It's pretty good for, like, one-tapping. Probably actually save a bunch of my blood, though. Wow, the range... Okay, the range is a bit farther than I thought it would be. So we just went into wave 6. So, that being the case, I don't want to open up this door yet. I think I want to get back to the hunter first. I will say something that is slightly weird about this, though, is that we are holding our gun in our right hand, and it's a left click to use it, and the sword is on our right hand, or our left hand, and it's a right click to use it. Okay, so I can double tap. I can hit multiple enemies at once, which is really nice. Okay, so we're headed to the next wave, so let's go ahead and grab this now. We'll go through this next wave, jump in there. Although, maybe the argument actually should be... Never mind. So we just lost a whole bunch of our freaking essence. I should have just ran away. That was my fault. Maybe instead of going through there, I should actually go through this door first. Oh, maybe I can't. I can't. Okay, so I do have to go up and around. Because I was going to say, because then I could get the Pact of Vitality. Yep. Super dead here. Yep. Okay, that was a quick run. Let's do one more. I just feel it feels weird. It's hard to. It's one of those things that's like, I don't know if it comes across in watching it. It feels different playing it, but there are certain things that are just like, why can't I jump on them or jump over them? Right? Like, why can't I jump on this to like juke enemies? It's just, there's certain things that are just like, I feel like I should be able to jump on and over, but I just get stuck on them. Like this. Why can't I jump up here? So the question is, am I going to go for the blood ring, or am I going to go... Because if I go for the blade, I guess the... well, I guess the positive of the blade is that I don't have to go in a second area to unlock it. And so I get to save some of my essence. That being said, though, there might... Actually, so if I come this way, there is likely going to be... There's a ritual over here, right? Yeah, I can see it right over there. Okay, so I have to come this way anyway. But I suppose in coming this way, I don't get the gun that I want. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the blood rings. That way we can hit multiple enemies at once. Just like that. Saving on ammo. Oh, I am out of blood. I am out of blood. See, like, it doesn't... It's weird. It doesn't feel like I should be dying at that health. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like I'm that close to death based on the... you know, based on the graphic that's on screen. I feel like you just need to make it more... I don't want to say more evasive, invasive, but you kind of do, because it doesn't feel like my health is anywhere close to being low enough that I should be dying, and then it's just like all of a sudden I die. Oh, I am potentially super screwed here. There was a weapon over here, and I think I'm just gonna have to get this weapon. Alright, this weapon's not bad. And so now all of a sudden this goes with 2,500. Which I guess makes sense. It's a... Okay, hang on. So, like, right now, we just got 2 hits. 3, 4... Okay, so it's 5 hits. So the difference between like 2 hits and 5 hits in terms of the graphic that covers the screen does not feel to me like there's a big enough change to indicate like how close you are to death. To me, it just feels like, oh, you're kind of hurt. But like, in it, like if you look back at like Doom, or if you look back at, or even if you play Call of Duty now, but I don't know anything about current Call of Duty. Your screen used to get like red when you were about to die. Now in this, it's just kind of like the borders of your screen are just like a little bit red. So I want there to be a little bit more urgency, like, hey, you are about to die. God, man, they're not making any sounds when they're next to me. Okay. Let's open this up. And then we got one more wave. We can get a better gun, right? Because we can't afford this yet. Yeah, 1250. How did I not just pick that up? And now I'm stuck. Good Lord, man. You die so fast. Again, like, getting stuck on obstacles that doesn't, like, being right here and being like, wow, I'm stuck because of this. That doesn't feel very good. Well, this gun is quite powerful. This gun is quite powerful. This is probably what I should have been going with over the, Oh, you know why I'm dying so fast? Because I didn't have my armor on. Well, it's only powerful if you get headshots. There we go. Alright, well, let's get our blood ring. How much is this? $17.50. Oh, boy. Okay, let's get the demon killer. Or demon slayer. Well, this gun feels pretty good most of the time. I would say it feels like if you're aiming, you know what? Let's say actually save up for another yeah, let's save up for another soul stone. Unless the enemies are really far away, it definitely feels like wherever you're aiming is where the bullets are going. Okay, let's get our ammo. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I like this setup a lot. Okay, so we'll grab our soulstone. 1585. Can't go through that door yet. Okay, we got big boy now. Okay, how tough is big boy? Because all right. All right. That's all it takes. Just a couple hits and then you die. Oh, great. I gotta find another one. Yeah, okay. We're gonna end it there because I'm just gonna keep dying. Man, I mean, it's a hard game. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, so it's like, don't take me... It's hard to explain, right? Because, like, there are some times where I'll play a hard game and people hear me like complain. It's not necessarily complain about the game, but just complain about dying. And it's like, I'm not trying to imply that every game needs to be like hold your hand easy. It's more or less just I get kind of frustrated with playing difficult games. That being said, let's talk about Blood Reaver. I think the most frustrating thing was just there were certain things that I felt like I should be able to jump on or at least over, and it really, in a game like this where you need to be able to go from space to space as easily as possible, just needs to be like fine-tuned. And I think there were a couple times where it was like, okay, maybe I'm being a little bit too nitpicky, but jumping off the stage, that one is kind of like egregious. I mean, there's literally a giant opening in front of you and I can't jump off the stage. That one was a little over the top to me, but all the little ones, like the little stones, okay, I can give you a pass on that. But yeah, the stage one was really bad. That being said, like, I think the game is super cool. I think that the obviously it borrows a lot, if not kind of everything, at least from what I remember from zombies. But I think that the setting here is super cool. All the demons. I think that the the blood magic is a really cool thing. I really like the blood magic. I do maybe I think some of the power-ups, I would like there to be some way to explain what they're doing. I think some of them, like extra essence, I think that one's like pretty clear. Demon Slayer took me a little bit to figure out, and it was just the only reason I was able to figure it out is because in one of my practice runs I did, I was a bit further on, and so typically zombies were taking 2 hits to kill, and then all of a sudden they took 1 hit to kill. I was like, oh, okay, this is just increasing my damage. But it didn't seem to me like there was a clear indication of like that was happening. For example, like the bullet hell power-up, I thought was a pretty straightforward example, right? You didn't need text to explain. There was a bullet icon and there was an infinity symbol. So it was like, oh, okay, this is what that's doing. So you could take Demon Slayer, like there's different ways you could take Demon Slayer, but maybe like if it's 2 times the damage, maybe you put like a 2x, something to kind of indicate like how much of a thing it's doing. Because we did see that with the essence, right? We saw that we were getting twice the essence. So Demon Slayer was really the only one that was kind of throwing me for a loop. What else? I mean, overall, the game is definitely fun. I don't think that there's co-op available in this yet. I mean, you guys are seeing the same information I have, right? It's just gameplay, audio settings, and play. So I don't think that co-op is currently available for the game, but it does say on the Steam page that they are planning, or it's... Hang on, let me put on my glasses. And I wasn't playing without glasses, I just took them off at the end here to talk. Jeez, can you imagine? I'm like, wow, this game is hard. And it's like, yeah, because you're blind, you dingus. Yeah, it does say Blood Reaver in solo or 4-player co-op. So eventually it looks like they're planning on co-op, which would be really sweet. You know, like I said, it's been close to a decade since I played zombies. But I do remember having some good times with some friends back in high school, playing some zombies. I think one of the things that I think is going to be harder for you guys to notice based on sound settings, right? Because I'm going to be editing and exporting this video in a way that the audio might not come across the same way it does for me. I would like a little bit more indication of where demons are. Now, that doesn't necessarily need to be a mini map. I don't think that that's necessarily the case. But sound cues in a game like this, I think, are going to be pretty important. And there were a number of times, like, they've clearly added, like, location-based sound to this game, right? Because there were definitely times where I was like, oh, there's an enemy over to my right side or whatever. But specifically when there were enemies behind me, I felt like there was a distinct lack of sound effects for that. Typically, I could hear zombies when they were coming through the wards, but quite often when I was getting hit from the back, I had no idea that there was an enemy behind me, and there was... Forgive me, I'm not going to remember exactly when this was, but I remember there was one time in this recording that I specifically remember looking a direction, there being no demons, turning around, and then like almost immediately, it felt like immediately, but it was probably like 3 to 5 seconds later, I was getting hit in the back. And stuff like that, it would be much more forgiving. I would be much more forgiving of stuff like that if there was a sound cue behind me that's like, oh, there's someone behind me right now. But I distinctly, because I remember making that mental note like, oh, this, you know, I know for a fact this is something I'm looking out for, and I didn't notice it. Now, unfortunately, I don't remember exactly when that was. I know it was around the area, not that this helps that much, but it was right in the transition portion between where the bridge is in that area with the blood ring and the first area. So I was right in between the bridge in that door. Now, does that help maybe identify the spot for some people? Maybe, but I just remember being right there. I was looking towards the blood ring and someone showed up behind me. And of course, there are a couple of wards there. So I'm not saying like this enemy just showed up out of nowhere. It's just like, I just looked there was no one there. And then all of a sudden I was getting hit from the back and had no indication. Is there anything else I wanted to mention? I don't know. Maybe not hit boxes, but hit distance maybe at times felt like it was a bit too far away. I think I mentioned that when we got the, I don't remember what it was called, but the blood sword, that I was surprised at how far away I could hit enemies, and vice versa. There were a couple of times I was surprised at how far away demons could hit me from. That's more of a small thing, and it's more of a feel thing. I don't know if you guys felt the same way about that in watching, but there were certain times in just playing, it felt like, oh, I felt like I was a little bit, you know, outside of this guy's range, especially him being melee. But, you know, that's kind of it is what it is. That being said, for a graduate project, not too bad. You got to give the guys some kudos. I don't know exactly, did it say in the demo information how many were working on this? Originally conceived as a grad project. So it could just be one person. No, it says studio's team. And it says we. Okay, so there's clearly more people. Oh, I bet the Banshee was the big one. I feel like for the big one, I'm wondering if maybe like some kind of health indication. So there clearly was health indication on enemies. It actually took me a little while to figure it out that enemies were turning darker as they were getting closer to dying. But I don't know if there was that on the big enemy. But anyway, if in case I didn't mention it at the end here. I would also like a stronger indication of a health pool. To me, it felt like the blood splatter effect didn't really get any stronger after the second or third hit, and it didn't feel like there was any progression in like showing me how close to death I was. I would have just liked I would have liked it dialed up. If it's at a 4 or 5 right now, I wanted it like a 10 or a 15. It just like, it didn't feel like it was clear enough that I was about to take my last hit. Now obviously I'm more used to seeing health bar, like I should say now, because there was a time where I would have understood this health system perfectly, right? Where I was playing Call of Duty like 6 hours a day, but that was a decade ago. Now I'm so used to health bars indicating like my health, where it's very clear, like, okay, I understand that, you know, 1/5 of my bar, that's a 1 hit from an enemy. But with this system, it's a little bit more arbitrary. So I want to know, like, if I'm about to die 1 more hit, I want my full screen to be like covered in red, maybe not shaking. You know, sometimes games do that effect where it's like your character like has his eyes like squinting and you can't really see. And it's like, well, if I'm trying to survive, I get it. That's more realistic, that you're going to be like losing blood, lightheaded. It's going to be hard to see, but this is clearly a video game where all of a sudden we can just regen all our health. So I'd like it to be clear so that way I can see and get away from enemies, but also be very clear that, hey, you are about to die. If I remember, like, you know, you could do something like changing the heart, like adding a super like impactful heartbeat, just adding more red, I think, just like splatter more blood on the screen, really. Just make it a little bit more clear when the player is about to die. But other than that, guys, what did you think of Blood Reaver? I know there's a whole lot of thoughts, but let me know what you thought of Blood Reaver down below in the comment section. We at least had one good run. The first run was kind of okay, and then after that, they went down the toilet. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought. If you did enjoy hanging out with me today, would you kindly smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to the channel for more roguelite action just like this? Guys, I'm Ganyonz. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.